Hey, J-Bros popping in. Yeah, we're finally going to tackle these stumps. That one's there, and I was going to get this one taped in, but honestly, I'll kind of show you how big this is. Honestly, it went way easier than I thought. I was just able to pick it up with myself and the wife standing on the back. I mean, it's still a really big stump, but the mini skid, of course, has dried out pretty good. Mini skid just picked that right up. I was like, well, I kind of missed putting it in there. So we're just going to haul that to the dump quick, and then I'll get that one on camera, because this should be a lot more challenging. I don't know if I'm going to have to tilt my dump trailer down a little bit to kind of leverage it in, or maybe have to have my ramps down or something. But if we can't do it, then might have to ask the neighbor for a hand, but we'll try it, see what we can do. Well, I was flipping this stump over here, getting prepped up to start videoing this up, and guess what? I did that video on my hydraulic cap last night, and I clearly did not tighten this cap down when I was taking it off. That sucker worked loose, and boom, freaking hydraulic fluid explosion in here. You can still see some fluid down there. I wiped the bulk of this stuff up, but I got rain moving in. It was just a total disaster. I had to pump it all out of here, so on and so forth. I put some dry stuff down there. Total nightmare. So yeah, just how easy that cap is to come off. It's just that easy to come off if you don't tighten it down good enough. So be wary of that. So now I picked up some more hydraulic fluid there, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this poured in here, see if I can't get the rig fired up. But I got it pretty well cleaned up. I'm probably just gonna run back up to the shop, get some more towels. I didn't see I had that messy, and then get a funnel on this. But just you can see the wind is blowing in here pretty good. The fan's spinning, so it's windy and rainy coming in, if you can't see that. So I'll pop back here and see if I get this thing fired up and moving. And if you haven't seen my videos before, this is where I usually fill it up to the top of that that ribbed kind of filter in there. And this is kind of the funnel I like to use here. Obviously got some brand new fluid in there. I'm really actually, because I use that whole jug, I actually could use another 1/2 inch in there, but I'm good enough for what I'm going to do right now. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead, screw this cap back on, put the filter back in, and fire it up and test the controls. Okay, I am cranking that thing down, opposed to what I said the other day, because you actually have to have it tight enough. But like I said, I don't remember. I even went back to look at the video, and I'm like, did I just halfway tighten that cap on when I did it? But you actually need it halfway tight. And I had put probably about this much hydraulic fluid in it. What I had, so let's say I probably had a 1/2 gallon, and then I just put another 2.5 gallons in there. So let's say I put a little over 3 gallons of hydraulic fluid in there. Anyway, so if you're empty, you know it's going to at least take 3 gallons. Okay, I for some reason don't see my key around here. I don't know when we were down here if my wife took that up to the shop or not. I'll have to track down my not my key, but my master power. I'll go track that down and I'll get right back here. Okay, I tracked down my key, and obviously the rain's starting to move in. One thing I wanted to mention too, when I go and fire this up and I start running the controls with where I've got that hydraulic fluid at, because I don't know how much of the fluids fully got out of the controls and being my stuff's down, I'll probably obviously need to top off more hydraulic fluid because of, you know, filling back up the lines. But we'll see how this goes. Give that a couple seconds to warm up. Everything seems pretty good. I'm just gonna play with it here a little bit. right. Everything seemed to be traveling well. I didn't really want to go gung-ho with it right now, but I don't see any leaks. Cap's still tight. Yeah, but I still got a big mess in here. But like I mentioned in other videos, I was basically about 200 hours here. Once I'm done with this fall stuff, I was going to go ahead and take all the batteries out and all this, that, and the other thing, and give this a detailed cleaning on the inside. And that's what I'm going to do, the final oil change. Obviously, I don't need to change my hydraulic fluid anymore because it's brand new. But that's a good thing for me, because I was just so nervous. I was like, God darn it, hopefully I didn't wreck any pumps or anything like that. But fortunately, when it blew, the hydraulic fluid wasn't super hot, machine wasn't super hot, so, you know, avoid danger. But I'm gonna go ahead and push on this a little bit here. I think what I need to do is I need to go get my bucket. I need to flatten this area out. That way I can get closer to the thing. I was hoping I could get one flip over, but yeah, I just need to get this flattened out.